for tuning in to yet another episode of the Lift and Shine podcast. This is your host, Coach C, and today's Friday, July 3rd, and tomorrow is the 4th of July. So happy 4th of July to all my fellow Americans. Some of my clients are tuning in right now live. Appreciate you. Drop your wins as you're tuning in. Hashtag I'm here, and if you're watching on replay, hashtag replay. And still drop your wins. Let me know. Wins are what's going to help you get to your goal, propel you to become the best version of you. So listen up, my beautiful ladies, because if you're listening to this around the 4th of July weekend, this episode is for you. Today, I want to have a real conversation, not about calories, not about burning off your barbecue, not about how to stay on track. I want to talk about something a little bit deeper. I like to go deep. Sounded a little dirty here, but anyways. Why do so many women spend the holidays making memories only to wake up the next day or a Monday filled with guilt, blame, shame? Who say me in the comments if you're live, if that's you. Listen, it was me in the past, right? Maybe you've told yourself, I'll just enjoy this weekend and I'll start over on Monday. I'll just start on Monday. If this sounds like you, this episode is for you, because today we're going to break that cycle once and for all. Once and for all. Today's the day we crush this mindset of yours that you have around the holidays. Because listen up, the holidays isn't the problem. Here's what I want you to understand. The 4th of July isn't making you gain weight. Christmas isn't the problem. Vacation isn't the problem. Oh, I have a friend's birthday. It's my birthday. Date nights aren't the problem. You know what the problem is? And this may sting a little bit. The problem is your relationship with yourself. That's the problem. And I know that may be hard to hear. But I had to hear it so I could change. So I hope that this episode and this live helps you, because you're worthy of feeling your best. Because we've been conditioned to believe that food is the enemy. And food has never been the enemy. The guilt is, the shame is, the all or nothing mindset. It's the weekend. We're all binge drinking this weekend. It's 4th of July. Everybody wants to start after the 4th of July. And then you tell yourself too, like, you've been good all week, and so I'm going to indulge. Then one drink becomes 5. One burger turns into something, it turns into eating everything in sight. Who's been there? I've been there. I understand you. And somehow during the day, a thought pops into your head, and you're thinking, well, I've already ruined it, so I might as well just completely go off track. And have you ever noticed how powerful that one sentence is? I've already ruined everything. Because the moment you believe that you failed, you actually stop making choices that serve you. Like, oh, I screwed up one time, so I just give up. And that's why you're in this cycle constantly of failing. But you're not failing. And I say this to my clients all the time. You don't fail until you die. When I'm on my deathbed, that's when I'm like, okay, pressing the red button, I'm done. That's when I failed. And have you told yourself, when you have that meal and you think it ruins your whole progress? So you've been good all week, and then you have a bowl of pasta or, I don't know, your burger, whatnot, and you tell yourself, well, you've ruined everything. One meal never ruins your progress. Think about it. Did one salad ever make you healthy? No. So why do we believe that one burger, one barbecue, one drink makes us unhealthy or ruins everything that we've worked so hard for? Progress isn't built in one meal. It's built in the hundreds of small decisions you make consistently over time. Your body isn't keeping score the way your mind is. So if today's Friday, tomorrow's 4th of July, and you've been good all week, and when I say good, I hope you're not starving yourself. I hope you're not just having lettuce and chicken or lettuce and tuna and removing carbs, please. For the love of God, ladies, you need to eat. Your body needs to eat. I had to make peace with food. Speaking from someone who struggled with an eating disorder for over 10 years, I could not keep the food in because I was afraid that I would gain weight. I would starve myself sometimes, and then I'd binge eat. Who's been there? I understand you. I feel you. I get you. I truly had to make peace with food and truly tell myself that one bad meal isn't going to make me gain weight, and it's not going to ruin everything. So let's talk about the real reason you're overeating right now. Because most women think they overeat because they lack willpower or something's wrong with me. What's wrong with me? I've been there. I used to binge eat. I was like, what is wrong with me? Why can't I stop? I have no willpower. I don't believe that. I believe women overeat because they're exhausted. They're exhausted, emotionally drained, tired, trying to hold everyone else together, trying to be perfect, trying to earn love by proving they're enough. And food becomes the one place they finally let go of. It's not about the chips. It's not about the cake. It's about what the food temporarily gives you. That adrenaline, the comfort, relief, connection, a break from pressure. And if we never address that, no diet in the world will create lasting change. Yes, I have some people live right now saying stress causes my binge eating. Fact, me, it's also my tiredness. When I feel tired, I just want to eat because it's comfort. And when you're tired, glucose levels are low, meaning glucose is sugar, your sugar levels are low, and then you're craving sugar, but you're just tired, so go take a nap. I actually just took one. I took an hour nap and I felt amazing. And right before my nap, I was like, ooh, I could eat a lot of things right now. But I said, no, my body's tired, I'm gonna go nap. I went to take a nap and I feel better waking up, and I'm not binge eating waking up. It's your nervous system that's running the show. This is something I wish more women would understand, because once I've made that understanding, that connection, that my nervous system truly does run the show. It functions in a way where it tells me if I'm hungry, if I'm stressed, if I'm sleepy. Your nervous system influences nearly everything. How you respond to stress, your cravings, your digestion, your sleep, your hormones. So when somebody tells me I'm a little backed up, my bowel movement's a little backed up, I'm like, okay, are you sleeping? Are you stressed out? And ask yourself these questions next time something comes up with your body and you're like, this doesn't feel right. Okay, am I tired right now? Is something stressing me out? Am I going through something? Even your ability to recognize when you're full. Your body won't recognize that you're full when you're stressed out, when you're tired. Because your central nervous system doesn't feel safe. Your body doesn't feel safe. When your body feels unsafe, it looks for safety. And what's the first thing we do? We go to the kitchen and we start eating and we look at food. A quick dopamine, food, alcohol, sugar. Then that becomes the easiest solution. And that's why you can know exactly what to eat and still find yourself standing in the kitchen reaching for food. Right? Who's been there? Me. I have someone saying boredom. Thank you, Jackie, for your vulnerability and showing up here right now. Boredom. Who's been bored and I'm bored, I have nothing to do, I'm feeling lazy, and I just want to eat. Let's open up the cupboard. What's in the cupboard? By the way, ladies, get your chips and cookies out of the freaking cupboards. That way it's not there and you can't grab it. The things that I like, for example, croissant. Or I like my Oreo cookie once in a while, by the way. My white chocolate. I don't have any of that here. Because if I am craving it, mostly once a month, during that time of the month, I go and walk to the store and I go get it and pick it up and I enjoy a piece of it and I come home and I'm fine and I'm satisfied. But if you have it at home and you're telling yourself, like, I can't stop eating this, then freaking don't have it in your house. Oh, but my kids, your kids shouldn't be eating that shit. Sorry if that hurt, if that stung, but that's the truth, right? You want to be healthy, you want to be skinny, you want to show an example, then don't make your kids eat what you should not be eating. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Oh, but it's my kids' snacks. Well, I'm not feeding my kids crap. That's all chemicals in there, right? Jackie, I don't buy chips very often anymore. I won't say I don't buy them, but it's less now. Nice, okay. And I know, Jackie, we've talked about this, and you've shared that you've had a couple chips and you're able to stop. And in the past, I know chips was a tough one for you. That's when you know your body feels safe. And how you're going to do that? You're going to do that. You can't heal. So this was a big lesson for me. And I'm sure all of you women who are struggling with weight loss right now, you're probably hating yourself into healing, right? You hate the body that you're in. You don't like the woman that you've become. You don't like who you become in the mirror. You can't put your pants on. And so you're hating your body so much that you're actually torturing it instead of healing it. So you can't heal yourself into healing. That's one of the biggest lessons I've learned. Healing never happens through punishment. You don't create confidence by criticizing yourself. Think of yourself as a child. If you're an adult and you're yelling at your kid, don't do this, don't do that, like you're not going to be able to get your kid to change. If anything, your kid's gonna be scared of you, right? I used to be into dance. Hi everybody tuning in right now. Steph, appreciate you. See you. Atlas, see you. I used to be into dancing, and I did competitive dancing since I was 3. And my teachers were hard asses, pardon my French. And I would go home crying, and I was so afraid of them. My body was already in scarcity mode. But you, hashtag I'm here, by the way, not hashtag live. I'm just talking to some of my people live right now. You need to love your body before you can lose the weight. You truly need to love yourself and respect yourself so you can lose the weight. You don't build self-love by calling yourself lazy, by calling yourself names. You don't create food freedom from guilt. You don't. Imagine talking to your best friend the way you talk to yourself after overeating. Would she feel inspired or would she feel defeated? Your body is listening to every word you say, and that's why I'm such a strong believer of manifestation and the words that you say. The words you say shape your reality. What do you tell yourself? I am strong, I am fit, I am healthy, because you'll create actions to get there. But if you're telling yourself, I'm lazy, I'm fat, I'm ugly, you're going to stay there, and if not worse, because your body is listening. One of my clients is talking in the chats here. I don't binge, but I enjoy sweets. My problem is that I've been known to incorporate sweets as part of a meal. Why the heck not? You know what, Meredith? I am going to challenge you on this. I know we're talking right now with your nutrition in our app here, but before the live, I know I asked you a couple questions because I want to help you with your nutrition because you're crushing the program. You're crushing the program, and I love seeing you showing up for yourself, but we got to work on the nutrition. I eat something sweet after my meals. Greek yogurt and honey. Raspberries, blueberries with honey. You can eat something sweet at every meal. Why the heck not? If that's something you enjoy and like, why not? But the problem is, a lot of women are restricting that. They're removing all the sweet stuff because they think that that's what's gaining them weight. That's what's going to get me fat. No, what's going to get you fat is restricting, and removing things. If your body is craving sweets, there's a couple things we got to look at. Are you tired? Is your glucose level low? Are you eating enough carbs? Meredith, before she started my program, she was not eating any carbs. And I'm like, no, get those carbs in. Carbs are your main source of energy. Carbs equals fuel. You want that 6-pack? Eat some damn carbs. If you want to do the keto diet, you ain't for me. You're not for my community because we don't want bad breath. We don't want to feel like shit, and we like to eat. And I love my croissants. Okay? So that's a little bit about the carbs. I get a little excited about carbs. I love my fucking carbs. Okay, what are we gonna do this weekend? What are we doing this weekend? So here's what I want you to focus on. It's July 4th, long weekend. I want you to have fun. That's the main thing. Have fun. But don't have fun by torturing your body. Think of your body as your best friend. Here's what I want you to focus on. Not perfection. I want you to be present. Be present in the moment. Enjoy the long weekend. And before you head to a barbecue, go for a walk. Have a protein shake. Eat something that is nourishing. Have that way when you're there, you can enjoy other foods, but you're also not starving yourself to death. That's something I used to do. I used to not eat. My mom would say, don't eat anything until we get there. We'd get to a buffet, let's say, and you freaking eat everything you see in sight. Don't do that. Don't do that. Have a balanced meal. Eat before you go. So that way you're on track and you're not starving. Drink water. Eat a balanced meal with protein, healthy fats, fiber, and carbs. Carbs, 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 the C word. I love it. Another thing I want you to do, which we're going to do right now, take 5 deep breaths. Let's all do it because I'm getting a little hyped up here. Inhale. Exhale. That's 1. Inhale. Exhale. That's 2. Inhale. Exhale. That's 3. Inhale. Exhale. That's 4. Inhale. Exhale. That's 5. Okay, how are we all feeling right now? I'm feeling a little high there. No drugs needed. Breathing needed. Sometimes your body just needs that time to breathe and relax. We live in such a speedy world and go, 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 get this done, get this done. And I'm so guilty of this. I don't stop sometime and I feel like, oh my God, I didn't even have time to breathe. I didn't even stop to breathe. You are worthy of this time to reset, to reconnect with yourself and breathe. Another thing I want you to do is before you go into meals is set an intention before you eat. Instead of asking, how do I eat less? Ask yourself, how do I want to feel today? How do I want my body to feel after I've eaten this meal? I no longer eat what I want. I eat what my body needs. And what my body needs, protein, healthy fats, healthy carbs, smart carbs I call them, and wholesome foods. Wholesome foods. Stop buying protein powders and protein bars. Yes, I have my protein powder. I have it once a day after my workout. The reason I do that, 1, is because I love my protein ice cream. That's 1. But 2, it's easier to absorb in your muscles, in your body. So after a workout, it's easier for recovery. So that's why I have the protein powder. But I'm seeing everywhere that everyone's buying packaged protein pancake, protein this. If you really look at the ingredients, you're not actually eating wholesome foods. So focus on that this weekend when you're going to the barbecue. Get some chicken breast, throw it on the barbecue, shrimp. Put yourself like some grilled veggies. Potatoes. Potatoes are good for you. Eat the damn potatoes. Okay? Because when you focus on how you want to feel, your choices naturally begin to change. You will do things to get to your goal. You will do things so you can feel good. And if you overeat, let's say you do overeat, because you're human. I'm human. I still overeat once in a while. I'm like, oh, I eat a little too much. I feel like shit. Then I go for a walk. It helps out. Not to burn the calories, but because I enjoy to walk. But let's just say you do overeat because you are human. We're all human. Pat on the back. We all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Sorry to burst your bubble there. Here's what you don't do. You don't skip breakfast tomorrow. You don't punish yourself with 2 hours of cardio. You don't step on the scale. You don't tell yourself you failed. And instead, I want you to drink some water. Go for a walk. Not to burn the calories, but to just move and feel better. Walking after eating helps digestive system. Eat your next balanced meal. Eat your next balanced meal. Like your next meal, just make it a balanced meal. Don't restrict. Don't just have lettuce. What's going to happen? You're going to be starving. You're going to binge eat again. It's that cycle, right? And let's stop doing that once and for all. And I want you to move your body because you love it, not because you're punishing it. Not because you're trying to race yesterday, because one meal doesn't define you. One weekend doesn't define you, and one holiday doesn't define you. Thank you for everyone in the comments live. Appreciate you. I've been following your workout. Abby Maria, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Let's talk about the woman you're becoming. I like to look at the future, my future self, and I always meditate and listen to affirmations that make me feel like my best version of me, because we can continue to grow every single day. I want you to picture, this is what we do in our community, is guided meditation, because seeing your future version is going to help you get there, because you're going to want to get there. You're going to feel good. I want you to picture the version of yourself you're working toward. The woman who has freedom, the woman who trusts herself, the woman who enjoys birthdays, vacations, holidays, and dinners without spiraling afterward. Because guess what? That person, that future version of you isn't perfect. She simply doesn't abandon herself anymore. She knows that one decision doesn't erase all her progress, and she knows consistency is going to beat perfection. Consistency over perfection. I used to be that person that needed to be perfect every single day. There's no such thing about perfectionism. Perfectionism doesn't exist. So every day she chooses to come back to herself with compassion instead of criticism. That's the woman we're building, the woman that loves herself no matter what. So here's my invitation for you all. If you're listening to this today on July 3rd, I am having a live coaching class with my clients, and you are welcome to join. I'll be going live at 9 a.m. Eastern time. It's also going to be on the replay. If you secure a spot, it's a minimum $10 contribution. It's going to be gentle movement. It's going to be guided meditation, no intense workout, no calorie burn, just a place where you can feel safe, you can feel at home, and you can start the long weekend on a good note this time. Not waking up, rushing, what am I going to do, and grabbing a drink, or whatever the heck you plan on doing on the long weekend. Why don't you start this weekend on a high note, in a way where you truly honor yourself? We're going to set intentions for the weekend. We're going to do some deep breathing. We're going to regulate your nervous system. Okay? It's going to be fun. And one of my clients that did it last week, she said, oh my God, I felt like I was at your retreat. And my retreat are about $3,500. Okay? If you come to one of my retreats in Tulum, they're $3,500. And I'm going to help you experience that for only $10. All right? So I would love to have you in the class. It's a small group, but I just love I love what I do. I love what I do, and I want to start the weekend on a high note with y'all. So as I leave you today, I want you to remember this. Let's all take a deep breath. You don't need another Monday. You don't need another diet, and you don't need another reason to criticize yourself. You just need a calm, safe mind, body, soul. You need a nervous system that feels safe, a relationship with food built on trust instead of fear, and the courage to stop abandoning yourself every time life gets messy, because you do abandon yourself, because you put yourself last, because you take care of everyone else. Healing isn't found in perfection. It's found in the moments, every single moment that you decide to choose yourself again and again and again. Mic drop. So I just want to say thank you all for being here. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you so much. And if this resonated with you, shoot me a message. Let me know. Share it on your Instagram story. Tag me at Shine with Coach C. And if there's a woman out there that may need to hear this, share it with her. And know that there's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with you. You just need to find safety in your body. All right, until next time, for now, keep shining, keep healing, and remember, your freedom starts within. And as I always say, peace, love, and don't forget your protein. Let's freaking go. Bye.